Good morning. The chickens are loving that the snow is gone. Chickens don't like snow that much because it messes with their eyesight. So now that the snow is gone, they're loving being out in the mud. I know they're looking forward to fresh grass, but they're going to take this. You want fresh grass too, don't you, Mrs. 𝑀𝑎𝑖𝑙? So Gina's been on Pinterest looking up different roosting pole ideas for the chicken coop. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. So I went out last night and I picked up some 2x4s and some cement mixing bins is what these are used for and sold for at the hardware stores. We're gonna be making roosting poles and these are gonna be under it. So chickens do most of their pooing at night when they're on a roosting pole. So if we can have these totes under it, they'll catch most of the poo, and then we can just take these out and clean these out and have a lot of the chicken poo controlled.
So they're gonna have some bedding down and everything, but like Al said, if it's the poop is under the roosting pole, they do most of it. We can every couple days, weekly, pull those out, get that into our compost pile, and then we don't have to do a huge clean out as often. That's the plan anyway. That's why I like the design that I found. I thought that was a great idea because anytime we've had a chicken coop, you go on and that's where all the poop is. And this is gonna just make it more simple, get in a compost pile so we can use it for other things. It's gonna work out awesome, I think.
So what we find in our climate is they do all their pooing in one spot and then it freezes. So you can't like clean it out a ton all at once. So if we can take these totes out and just knock them out every once in a while, them being plastic, even if it's frozen, it should slide out. If not, we'll have to think of some other things. Maybe just put the totes out in the sun, let them melt and have a backup tote to put in place while we're waiting for the poo to melt. We'll figure that out as time goes on, but it'll be nice to be able to just clean it out and keep most of that contained. And it'll be really nice too to add to your different compost piles because chicken manure is high in nitrogen. That really helps break down your compost a lot faster. So if we have a compost pile that's not activated that great, we can just add some fresh poo in there and it'll really get it going.
And instead of leaving these empty like this, just to catch the poo, we can put some shavings or whatever in there too, so that we'll have something to go on top of, and then it should definitely come out super easy. I don't think we need it that long.
If we do it this long, it's just under 8 feet. Or we could do 6 feet. Let's see what we have for room, or what it would look like in there. And they are, say, 3 feet. Yep, 36 inches. So they're 2 feet by 3 feet. So let's see. So we could come, 8 feet would come to here. Mm-hmm. And then if we will go 3 feet, 3 feet would come out to here.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't take out a lot of room. It wouldn't take up that much room in here. They would still have a lot more. We'll put a chicken door outside later on. We build a roof out there. You can put their nesting boxes on that side. And chickens, our chickens will be in here in the winter. So they will really like being up on the roosting poles and having different places to go. So I think maybe we try going 8 feet. And that way they have plenty of room.
I think our roosting poles for chickens kind of like bleachers for chickens. So they kind of have their little bleachers they go sit on at night and they have a nice rest, and that's where they like to hang out. So when you go in, if you have a chicken coop, you know what I'm saying. If not, you go in and they're all up on there and they're just kind of like little footballs.
Don't mind me, I'm just making some mock-ups to see what's gonna work the best.
I don't know that we need to have the chicken roosting poles or the chicken bleachers this big, but Al's gonna go ahead and build it this big so they'll have plenty of space to be in their chicken coop, and there's gonna be plenty of space in there anyway. And then the roosting boxes is off the ground, so they have floor space, they'll have roosting poles, they'll have their little jungle gym, and they should be very happy. Well, it doesn't take long for a dog bed, an outdoor dog bed, to get dirty. Also, I'm not necessarily sure that's for the outside, but I do plan on getting him one of those kind of, I think it's like a hammock or some kind of cot one eventually, because we just thought maybe this would be nicer for him since he was a pup and he was outside. And just to let you know, he hasn't been inside yet, and he's not going to be.
You're a liar. He has been inside the barn, where he's gonna live.
I'm not lying, I meant inside the house. He has not been inside our house. He hasn't even been up there at all. I don't plan on having him inside, although he is really cute. Figuring out some angles.
Yeah, I think I like that right there. Like it's steep, but not too steep. We want to have it like you said, a bleacher effect. If I go way up there, I think that's way too steep.
Yeah, that's way too steep. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yep. 45 at 47¼ inches to the long point. Brutus, I got something for you. When I had little pieces out yesterday to hold my gate up, he'd take them and take off with them when I was trying to use them.
He did?
Yeah. I changed up my measurements a little bit, but that is what we have right now. When I get it all done, I'll let you guys know the measurements. But yeah, I think that's gonna work good. We got a 45-degree angle for the bleacher. I think that'll be a good pitch. Then we'll space our 2x4s accordingly for the roosting poles. Listen to that rain. All right, let's get the other side. All right, now I want to cut one to go on the bottom just to keep it straight so it doesn't want to bow. So 36. I think if we go like that, so this will go like so.
First side of the bleacher.
First side. All right, time for the next one. Let me get measurements so if you guys want to make one. Long point on the 45-degree to the straight end is 22¼ on the short one. The long side is going to be to the long point of the 45, 54�78. The top diagonal is long point to short point is going to be 50 7/8. And there'll be one 36-inch long piece. And then your pieces going across are going to be dependent on how wide or how many bays you have in of trays. And then every angle is a 45-degree angle. So that keeps it simple. Brutus has the right idea on this rainy day.
Al, I don't think this is what these shells were put in there for.
It matches perfectly. All right, so now this one will go over here. Only if I had a 10-footer, we could cut it down and go all the way to the front. And I'll let you know what you need to do on my end. Okay, to use some.
To you or me?
Nope, right there's perfect. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we got a big old moose down there. Well, that's the first time we've seen a moose since mating season. And that was a big one. I didn't see any babies with it, so I'm gonna say that was a bull, but I'm not sure. And they were booking it across the new lower pasture, so maybe we'll start seeing more again. I'm not sure, but we do love seeing them around here. All right, now we can get our perches cut to length. So 5 of them at 92.5. It's gonna be like that. One of the things we really take seriously around here is our health. And that's why I want to thank Mary Ruth's Organic for sponsoring today's video. We've been using Mary Ruth Organic product for as long as I can remember. So when Mary Ruth's reached out to us about sponsoring our videos, we were like, yes, and already on board because we already use and trust their products. Some of the ones I love and take all the time is this one right here, the Extra Strength Liquid Nighttime Multi-Mineral. This one helps remineralize your body while you're sleeping and helps my body relax, and I sleep better because of it. It says right on here, relaxation, sleep, bone health, overall wellness. One of the great things is it is delicious. I take this about an hour before I go to bed and then just have a little bit of water, and it is so good. I take some right now, but I'm not ready for bed yet. Mary Ruth also has a liquid probiotic, which is nice for anybody who can't swallow pills. One of the things we take a lot when we feel like we're starting to get the sniffles or starting to come down with something is Mary Ruth's Organic Elderberry Liquid Drops. These things taste delicious. Anytime I feel like I'm going to be getting anything, this bottle's almost empty because we use it all the time. Just take some of this, and it helps me kick whatever I'm getting. Elderberry syrup, if you guys don't know, works for so many different things. And that's why we like Mary Ruth's, because they have a broad band of products. They have something for everybody. And the best part is right now until March 16th, if you use our link down below and use our promo code, you're going to get 40% off on Amazon. And if you use our code after March 16th, you'll save 20%. So if you need any Mary Ruth's products or you're looking to try some of their new products, click down below before March 16th and you're going to save yourself 40%. Who doesn't love 40% off? Thanks, Mary Ruth's, for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to the project.
Now, to make sure these roosting poles won't go anywhere,
That's not going anywhere.
well, if the chickens fall off, it's not going to be because the roosting pole came down. Al's really testing it out. I don't think we're going to have any chickens that are that heavy. Don't break it.
I think it's good.
If you want to sit on it and use it as bleachers, people or chickens can. I do prefer my bleachers to have a wider seat. Might get a little comfortable if I'm watching anything for a very long time.
I think if the 2x4s can support me standing on them in the center, they're going to support the chickens. The reason I went with the 2x4s going up and down like this is because when chickens are out in nature, they're on a branch and their feet are going to be more like this. They want to wrap around something. If you have them on the flat end, they can't grab and go like this. So you think about a chicken or any bird, they usually sleep in branches. So they're going to go like this, and then if it's cold out, they'll sit on top of their legs and keep all their feet and their legs warm. So that's why we did our 2x4s this way.
A chicken's natural instinct is to curl their feet around something in nature. And it's nice rounded edges, so there's no hard edge or anything, so that's nice.
You all excited to see what we're doing, Brutus? All right, so this is what we're going to be doing for nesting boxes. They are roll-away ones. These ones are going to roll away to the front. You can open it up, and the eggs come in here. These you can take out. They fit in a little snug, which is good. Let's see if I can get it out.
We should be able to get it out.
So you can take these out. They got little tabs that lock them in, but you can take them out and clean them. They're a roll away, so the eggs will roll down in here, and then you open this and you have them. They make the other ones like we have for our portable coop, which they roll backwards and outside. The reason I didn't want that style for this coop is two reasons. If we put the nesting box on this wall, we won't be able to roll it because the nesting box will be on the inside and it'd hit that wall. And then if we took it off every time we wanted to open this door, we'd have a hole. It'd be kind of a pain. If we did it on this wall, we'd have it mounted over here and we'd have it coming out on this side. But we plan on using this for hay storage and bedding storage. So we don't want to be limited on how much storage we can have over here, because probably in the beginning of fall, we'll have hay stacked floor to ceiling all the way out, and we wouldn't be able to use the nesting box. That's why we got this style.
And we'll still have to go in the coop anyways because we have to feed them, make sure they have water and all that stuff, so we just get the eggs when we do that.
All right, let's see if we can get this in. All right, let's picture frame this with wood so it'll just be easier to hang on the wall.
Do you need me to hold that for you?
What's that?
Do you need me to hold that?
I don't know. Let me try to get one pre-drilled. It's a little long, but it's what we have. As long as it doesn't come through the other side, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. So
You didn't look. You didn't even go on the other side and look.
We're good. So we'll do the bottom, and then we're good with that.
Look, it's red like the shelves. We didn't even do that on purpose.
Right? We didn't even try. There. That's not going anywhere. All right, there we go. That part is ready for the chickens. Now we can open the door up and get our roosting poles set in, get the bin set in, and clean up the bedding and get ready for chickens. All right, for those of you who haven't seen this, this whole wall is on a track system and it turns into a door once I remove the bolts. Bam. Then we can slide this open. And we did this so we can clean out the chicken coop easily. This will be our winter chicken coop. We'll be putting the chickens in here in the winter, and then during the nicer spring weather, once the grass greens up, the chickens will go back out on pasture. We can clean it out, and then we can use this for our chick brooder for our meat birds. And when we get new egg layers and turkeys, we'll be starting them in here, and we can clean this out easily in between batches. Just like that. What do you think, Brutus?
So you guys are always doing something.
We are. Keeping you on your toes, switching things up. It's your training. What do you think, mister? Now he's got the zoomies. I think it'll give them plenty of room to hang out and play on. And then when we don't need it, we can just take it out and put it under cover somewhere. We'll probably end up painting it at some point, just not the right weather for painting right now. It's still too cold, so at some point we'll paint that all and that'll be nice. You know what it reminds me of? The old worm composting setup we had at our other homestead.
Yeah.
We had rabbits in hutches with wire floors, and then they would poo, and then it would poo into containers like this, and we had it filled with worms, and we'd make lots of worm castings. That was pretty slick. What do you think? All right, we are one step closer to getting the chickens in here now. They could come in now, but we want to get all the animals in at the same time. So we're gonna wait to bring them in. And we have a few more things to finish up before we can get the cows and the goats in here. Do you like it, Brutus? He approved. Those right there are some of my least favorite things, but they're something we need. I got some of the 3/4 inch thick rubber mats to put over in the milking area, so that way when we're milking Azealia, she's not just standing on concrete. When she's in her, or any of the animals are in their stalls, they're gonna have a bunch of bedding, so they're not gonna be right on the concrete. We did concrete because we want it to be easy to clean up when we're going to clean up the bedding. And if you do dirt floor, my experience is it gets very muddy this time of the year. During clean out, you end up cleaning out a bunch of gravel and not just the bedding. So that's why we went with concrete. So the milking area right here will get rubber mats. Everywhere else is gonna stay concrete, but they'll have a ton of bedding down when they're in here. So I don't know how many of you remember Dan, who helped us build our house, our barn, and our workshop. He worked with Ken from Ken's Carpentry. He was the big guy. Not much bigger than me, but he's a pretty big guy. He's a great worker. He's married, and him and his wife have 6 kids, and they just found out the other day that one of their kids has cancer in his eye. He is their second to youngest. He is 2.5 years old. His name is Timothy. They just found out that, I'm just pulling it up right here on my phone. Let's see. They just found out that he has a rare eye cancer called retinoblastoma, something like that, in his right eye. They were first thinking they were going to have to do chemo, localized chemo to it. Well, he's been going back and forth to Boston to get everything checked out. And as of right now, they believe they have to remove his right eye. He's going for an MRI today. As I am recording this, this is Tuesday. This video will go out on Thursday. So they'll have the MRI report hopefully back by the time this video is out, and they have to decide if they're going to remove the eye or what they're going to do. They get a report that the tumor is, I think it's too close. I've been talking with Dan. Let's see. Says they were going to do localized chemo monthly for a year or so, but yesterday the plan changed. We're still praying for a miracle and for the tumor to leave before the MRI. They could really use your prayers. I'm also going to have linked down below a GoFundMe account. This is probably going to be something that they're going to be dealing with for quite a while. I know they first thought it was going to be going on for 2 years with localized chemo. Now the plans have changed, but they don't really know what's going on, so they really could use your prayers. And if you feel inclined, click the link down below for their GoFundMe. They could really use all of our support and all of our prayers right now. I normally don't do these sorts of things, but we worked with Dan for 2 years on 3 different projects, and he's a really great guy. So our heart goes out to him. If you guys want to help, click down below, and you can go to the GoFundMe. Also, even if you don't donate, and there's updates on there, it tells you more of what is going on. And then they have also been updating the GoFundMe with different reports that they are having. So that's also nice. You can go there and just kind of keep up to date if you want to know what's going on with Dan and his family. Thank you guys for your prayers. And if you've gone over to GoFundMe, thank you for donating and helping out their family at this time. This is where I have to end this video. We had a ton of rain overnight, and it sounds like we have some flooding going on. So I need to go out and check the roads, our driveway, and make sure nothing is washed out. And if it is, I gotta come up with a game plan. So this is where we're gonna end this video. I'm gonna go check on all that stuff. See you guys right back here in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.